Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Khorasan Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seals, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Benders, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population Braunger.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Braunger.
I am a living dumb person town.
No, you make your triumphant return. I think you were episode 4.
Yes.
He was one of the
Yes.
first,
Yes.
a handful. In the first
Yeah.
5. You were a very popular episode. People loved you. You now have your own podcast.
I do.
Which we can't wait to talk about. We will talk about a little more.
Advice from a dipshit.
Advice from a dipshit, which lays it all out. You are
Yeah.
the dipshit. You have made mistakes. Now you want to help other people avoid those mistakes.
Yeah,
As best you can.
It's kind of a Dear Dipshit Abby for the millennial crowd. and
Which,
for,
by the way,
you know,
is
for
what
folks.
I call Dear Abby anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Dear
she's
Dip-
kind of eternal, you
Yeah.
know. But I don't know.
That's
I
what
don't
Ann
know-
Landers called it.
I don't know. I don't think that old Dear Abby screwed up as often or as much as I have. So it's kind of like, you know, I don't know if she can draw from experience.
You screwed up a ton.
Yeah.
Irma Bombeck.
But yeah, I mean,
that woman just fucked up left.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
but the joy of this podcast is you get like a double dip of dumb, which is the questions that come in, and then your advice, and then
Well,
your advice.
and it's like, you know, I treat everybody sincerely, and I try to I make it entertaining as I possibly can. But it's like I'm not there to make fun of anyone.
No.
anyone.
You're
There's
trying
no
your
judgment at
best.
all. Yeah, and like some people do call in with what they might consider silly stuff, but some people do call in with really serious stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll be sincere about it. But at the same time,
You
you
can't
know,
help but be funny. Advice from a dipshit. Well, the beauty of that is, and why you're so good on this show, is that you understand the behavior of dumb people. You've analyzed it your whole life.
Oh, yeah.
You've
You've
lived it yourself. You've lived it yourself, but
Yep.
you've analyzed it in your act. And
Yep.
if you haven't seen Matt Braunger do stand-up, you're missing out. Go see him live because I feel like you acutely attack that behavior over and over again.
I feel like anytime people kind of don't see themselves as utter dipshits, it confuses me.
Right.
You know, like not that I'm
Call it what it is.
the worst of all time. I'm not stumbling here with an empty bottle of Jack.
No.
and,
But you've
screaming
done
out,
that in your life.
Thank God it's Thursday. It's not Thursday for you folks.
It's not
listening.
Thursday.
So I've always been that person that I try to look at things from this person's perspective because I feel like, and especially now in this era we live in, we're definitely being taught to hate the other.
Yeah, think everyone
on
else
every
is a
level.
dipshit.
On every level, yes. It's not me, that person. It's like, no, that person is kind of you in a certain way if you admit it to yourself.
Well, I think that's kind of what happens when we do these stories. Dan, you definitely can attest to it because
we try and understand why they are doing what they
did
do.
I do that or would I do
and
that?
the reason why I think the podcast I was on with you guys really made it take off, really got the podcast off the ground.
For sure.
The reason why it was so fun is because we have so much fun, and I had so much fun, like listening to these, like listening to Daniel read them, and I was just going like, ooh. Every time it's like unwrapping a wonderful present.
It really
It's
is.
like shaving a honey baked ham.
It is.
Just cutting a piece off and just being like, I'm going to cut a nice big thick piece of this ham.
Let's shave off a big piece, Dan, shall we?
Here we go.
Let's do it.
So sent it by Liz Haggerty at Liz Haggerty.
Thank you.
Hagerty.
Thank
Thank you,
I loved
Liz.
her in Airplane.
The internet's next
Julie Haggard.
viral star is a security guard at a Florida hospital. I mean, you're already doing the Lord's work right there. If you're a security guard at a Florida, how many times a day are you like, you cannot be in this surgery room, ma'am?
Yeah. That is a security guard at a Florida hospital. That's basically the front line in the military speak.
You're just keeping.
You're like a sick person
We're going to send you
bouncer.
to the front.
Yeah.
Right.
How many times have you said
I
no?
have a wife and child.
You cannot bring an alligator in here, sir. You
Like
cannot.
a security guard at a Florida hospital, there's a person with a nail in their eye, and they're not the priority.
No.
Right. There's like no.
They're still sipping a cold one.
No, it's like a club on South Beach. It's 1 in, 1 out right now. I'm sorry. I know
hold
your
tight.
leg is off.
Too many dudes.
1 in, 1 out.
Too many dudes.
Yeah.
You got to bring a girl to get into that.
to get into the
I
hospital.
know you have no feet anymore, but you're not wearing the right shoes.
Like, you should never roll up to the hospital and have someone say to you, "Are you on the list?"
I don't know you, man.
He spent this guy, the security guard, spent the last 6 months publicly logging his sonically perfect farts on Instagram. Now, the 31-year-old is poised to turn his flash in the bedpan success. Okay. I know.
No one farts in a bedpan.
At Sklar.
Although,
Unless they want a good echo.
Yeah, you can get a good bounce.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, farting in a bedpan is the echo chamber that we're living in right now.
Yes, it's pretty true.
I mean,
America.
farting into a
bedpan.
We're all just farting into a deadpan right now.
a deadpan?
A deadpan bedpan.
Deadpan.
A dead man's bedpan.
He's trying to turn his success.
It's a dead man's bedpan. Who could ask for more?
Into a
Leave
lucrative-
your farty and soul at the door.
Is that Cat Stevens?
No, that's Oingo Boingo.
He's trying to turn his success into a lucrative brand that can be summed up by his Instagram bio. This is his bio on Instagram. I
can't wait.
The Fart Authority. Which
Is
that like the sports authority?
Yeah.
Are they trying to play on that?
I would have gone with farts and rec. But that's just my punch up. Because he wants recreation.
Yep.
He's on the job, but he's having fun.
Yeah. Farts and Rex.
I would have called it the fart of noise.
I would call it the Museum of Modern Farts.
The fart of war.
The fart of war is pretty good.
Farts and crafts.
Farts and crafts.
Farts and
So
crafts.
many. All right.
Yeah.
His first name is Doug. He declined to give his last name.
I love that that's where he draws the line. He's
I
embarrassed.
will go on Instagram. I will put
Right.
my likeness.
Yep.
I will fart. I will embarrass myself, but you don't get my last
So
name.
it's like Madonna or Prince. Yeah,
Right.
but Doug.
Doug.
Copy that.
Yep.
Doug.
Is that Doug?
But the Kevin James looking everyman is known for his 20,000 followers strong Instagram account. It's
pretty good, man.
As Paul
Not
Flart.
the only thing that's strong about him.
His
Paul
name-
Flart.
He goes by Paul Flart on
Why
Instagram.
does he go by Paul Fart?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A stinky offshoot of mall cop, Paul Blart. Yeah, we know.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Paul
we
Blart
get-
stinky?
Yeah,
That's
not
a
really.
redundancy.
Not
They,
really.
of
they
terms.
just said he's a Kevin James-esque person.
Right.
Then they said
Right.
Paul
Paul
Flart,
Flart.
and
Right.
then they
They
felt
said-
the need to explain it.
Kevin James in representation on screens is farty.
Yeah. Sure.
He's a lover of sandwiches. He's a larger.
Oh,
He
yeah.
falls down often.
Fart City.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, a video compilation of his most memorable ass clappers earned over 374,000 views after shooting to the top of Reddit's
This is like
videos forum.
if you ever were to post something, and I follow Braunger on Instagram, great stuff.
Thanks.
We're always posting great, funny videos and funny
And also
stuff.
cool personal travel stuff. Like you have a great Instagram feed.
I love following it. You'll never eclipse what this guy did.
No, never. And nor would I, because I don't want to box myself into that hole necessarily.
that
I gotta
asshole.
keep my stuff.
That asshole.
That asshole. Yeah, that literal fart box.
Now he has followers from all over the world. Quote from Doug, "It transcends all languages. There's no translation necessary.
Nope.
It's just funny."
I don't know about
You know,
that.
I mean, look, I watched it. Kyle Kinane sent it to me after I'd watched it. Of
course he did.
You know, he'll just do that.
Yeah.
He is definitely a connoisseur. He would be the curator of this man's museum.
The arbiter.
Yeah.
The fart bitter.
And it's Sonically perfect, are they?
Are you listening?
Yep.
That's a good
one.
Yeah. You know, I like a fart that sounds disappointed. Hey, hold on.
Excuse me. Hang
The best
on.
part, guys, is his face.
His face.
Yeah. He just keeps it low.
Well, look at that expression is like you did that, not me. Right? And that one is I love you. And then that one is I was scared by that one.
Yeah.
Something else came
He
out.
looks like 11 different people on
does.
improv teams at UCB.
I will tell you who he does. He's not as good looking, but Lance Barber, my buddy Lance, who plays the dad on Young Sheldon, needs to play that guy.
Yes.
Needs to play that guy.
I feel like he
Lance is
should have
better
called
looking.
himself Chris Fartley.
That's a good one.
He might
That's
catch
a
hell from
good
the
one.
family.
Yeah,
but,
a little bit.
maybe.
A little bit.
May he smell in peace.
I just like that he's like it transcends all languages as if no one knows that.
Yeah.
Like, did you know that if you fart in any country, they know it's a fart?
No, I didn't.
It's true.
In Japan, they fart out of their elbows. And it comes out as wind chimes.
Yeah, but you're just watching his face.
Also,
Yeah.
in Dumb People Town, he's the best security guard we have.
Yeah. This is
That's the one you want.
Right.
Listen, Leslie Nielsen used to keep a fart machine in his pocket. Yeah, you know that story. And he would be because he was in a bar and a fight broke out, and you guys, he'd just walk up and go, "Guys, know where the bathroom is?"
Yeah.
and then they'd start laughing and no fight.
That's great.
And I was like, "Yeah, that's the
using it for the power of good.
It's a
yes,
diffuser.
he is a prophet.
It's a diffuser.
He's a prophet. And guys fighting in bars always ruin bars. So,
I mean-
this guy working security, you know, anywhere in a hospital, like, you know, hey, that's not your gown. That's my gown. Hey, who farted? All right, look, he stole my gown, but the guy with the mustache farted.
Why are we
even angry?
at each other?
I
You
feel
know?
like that transcends all languages.
He's
Or
our
someone
Dumb
saying,
People
what are-
Town policeman.
What are we even doing anymore?
Now, Paul,
To serve and project.
Doug, grab your legs behind your knees, put your legs in the air, and play "Sailing" by Christopher Cross, because I know you
Then
can
we'll
if you
talk.
concentrate hard enough.
Right. For those who can tolerate the nearly 2-minute saga of sphincter sirens, it's hard not to start analyzing the different aspects of Flart's gaseous oral output. They range from short and flat zaps, like snare drums, to long and sonorous anal bellows.
Man, you know how you listen to some
Anal Bellows is one of my favorite new bands.
Anal bellows?
Anal Bellows.
Anal Bellows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that I thought it was a tag team wrestling team.
From parts unknown. Zap and blast.
It's kind of like listening to one of those Bob Dylan songs where he has to rhyme literally every word.
Yeah.
You're like, Bob, why? You're already this person, whoever wrote this is just being way
By the way,
too
all the descriptions of the
poetic.
farts are names of American Gladiator
Yes.
warriors.
Zap, blast, nitro,
Thunder
Nitro.
and clap.
clap.
I wonder if he has names for his farts, you know, like Zoolander had for his looks.
Yes. Cold steel.
It all started.
Koolander.
It all started when Flart moved to Florida from New Jersey. That's very Flato. of
It
him.
all started.
I mean, he did go to the Hollywood
By
of
the
what
way,
he does.
Yes.
It all.
I mean, I think
There's
Florida
a
probably
Hollywood,
has
Florida.
the
There
most
is a
insane
Hollywood,
farts.
Florida.
By the way,
there
it all
is.
to me the phrase "it all started" is giving him too much credit.
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
like it all started is building this thing up more than it needs.
It all
to.
started when he ate a burrito. Like
Right.
if he said that, then I'd be like, all right, yeah.
Well, you know, counterpoint, Chubby Checker didn't invent the twist. But
Sure.
God damn it.
Yeah,
When you think
I
of the
know.
twist, you think of Chubby Checker.
That's
and I think
right.
that's what this guy's looking for.
It all started when
He
Chubby
wants-
Checker invented the twist.
You know, I hope there's nothing nefarious behind it where a kid's going to be like farting in a mall and he'll be like, kid, you owe me $5.
That's
No. No one owns farts.
if someone farts, if he starts sending a cease and desist on your farts, it's too much.
It all started.
It all farted.
It all farted. away.
Why didn't they do that?
don't
Why
know.
didn't you do that?
I don't know.
That's bad journalism.
When Flart moved to Florida from New Jersey to help his mother after his father passed away. That's a good thing.
All right, nice guy.
Positive.
He noticed a lot of security jobs in the area. No shit, it's Florida.
Florida.
We need,
Yeah,
can anyone help us?
It's a high turnover.
Right.
Real high
Right.
turnover.
Yeah.
The last security guard we hired is the guy who robbed us. We need.
If you're a security guard in Florida, you're working a lot.
Yes.
Right.
You know,
We
it's
lost-
not-
If you're a security guard in Florida, the cops tip their hat to you.
Yes.
The cops are like, "You're out there, man."
You're out there.
Thank you.
Because
one
we
of
can't
our
be
foot
everywhere at
soldiers.
once. You
That's
know,
right.
there's a good 15 minutes where you're holding off.
Hey,
the
we
entire
lost
crew.
we lost 3 guys last year just from fireworks related mishaps.
And 2 of them we think were planned. he noticed a lot of security jobs in the area and
course he
decided
did.
to get his license. I want to know that, Richmond in Florida. Working at an area hospital was his second gig in the biz. And he says management liked his funny guy personality so much, they wanted him to be the first point of contact for visitors.
Yeah, because
he's got 2 points of contact when they're coming in.
He looks like a good Walmart greeter.
Listen,
Yeah.
number one in security, and we all know this, you got to be funny.
Yeah.
What about protecting the place? No,
He looks so
much
Doug,
like-
a guy comes in here on meth. Okay, he wants it fast. You got
Yeah,
some one-liners?
exactly.
Look, this is a hospital. We want people who feel unhealthy to look at you and then feel healthier. That's
Right,
it.
right.
What would mess up your day more than like a knife wound than laying there and going, oh God, I hope they get to me before I pass it. This guy's got jokes. Please leave me alone. You know, it's a funny story. My wife, let me tell you, she
Think of all
was that you?
think of all the people who walked in immediately after one of his farts. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
This waiting room. I mean, the waiting room in the hospitals, they always smell terrible, but this one is really bad.
You know
It's
who
like
also
a wet poodle.
He looks like Paul Walter Hauser from I, Tonya, the guy who like schemed the whole thing.
Yes,
And that guy stole that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Phenomenal.
God,
He
he's
was
so
great.
good.
Such a mastermind.
He was
Yes. Okay, it was his second gig. They liked his funny personality. They make him point of contact for visitors. During a lull in the shift, because he was working third shift, Flart had an epiphany. Quote, this is a quote. The lobby has really great acoustics, and naturally, we all fart. One day, I ripped a rather nice one and got a really good sound from it. So the next time it happened, I recorded it and sent it to my group chat. Who else is on this
his
group
group
chat? The other security guards?
Like a bounty hunter.
And it's
A
third
guy
shift.
who works at Chipotle.
I kind of hope it's just something
David
innocuous,
Arquette.
like a book club or just like a cooking club. And he's like,
Right.
"Hey guys, I farted in the hallway, and I think it's a real good sound.
No.
Hey, why'd you look? I got kicked out of the group accidentally. Guys, can you let me back in?
Right.
Guys,
This is
I
also-
did. I read all of Amy Tan's new book.
Also,
It's also third shift. He's sending these out at 3:52 a.m.
Who's on that group?
guys,
Who's on
Doug's
the-
drunk again and
Stop.
sending us farts.
Why are we on this group
Who's
chat?
on this group chat? Stedman, Oprah's husband?
How many people on
Oprah, wake up. Oprah.
Can you imagine?
Wake up.
Gail, tell
you
Oprah to
recorded
wake
a
up.
fart that you thought was so good, you sent it to a bunch of faceless strangers you've been
Group chat.
communicating
Group chat.
with.
Group chat. This is his Slack group.
How many people on the group chat after he sent the first one was like, please take me off?
Unsubscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. On March 25th, 2018, he posted his first bottom burp to Instagram under the account at Paul Flart. For 6 months, he farted through his shifts at the hospital, publishing each one for a small but loyal crowd that grew to 500 Instagram followers. I'm going to ask you guys, how many fart posts do you think he's made to Paul Flart? Now, one of them, they're all fart posts, but one of them is somebody that seems to have won some contest and he posted their fart. Okay. It's one of the grossest things I've ever heard.
Wow.
But so we're not including that post, but all of his, how many fart posts do you think Paul Flart posted? Ooh, this is a good theater warm-up.
That's a good one. That's a tough one.
Red leather, yellow leather. Paul Flart. fart
You are a
post.
guest, so you, Matt Braunger, you can go first, Tig, or third, whichever spot you want to go in.
I'll go first.
Okay.
To get the ball rolling. I'm going to say 427 posts.
427.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason or Randy, who would like to go second?
I'll go second.
Randy?
I'm going to say 4,200.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah.
That is belief in the Flart man.
Well, they're short.
Yeah.
And they're not
It's
long
quite
posts.
possible.
Right.
I say 760.
760. All right, what'd you say, Matt?
427.
And what'd you say, Rand?
4,000
Yeah.
something.
And what'd you say?
760.
760. Okay. The amount of posts that Paul Flart has made at Paul Flart on Instagram is 78. Oh, I know.
wow.
I
That
know.
seems
So
very
he's not
low.
even doing one a night over 6 months.
Well, he's curating it. Paul
6
Flart.
months.
Look,
But
he's not going to put up
aren't you kind of now disappointed in him?
Why
I
is he
am a
not
little bit.
Paul
I'm a little
Flart.
bit.
Paul Flart mall crap.
Randy. You know what? End the episode.
So dumb. I had to laugh.
I know. I love it too, but I'm thinking that would be
Dumber
great.
than posting 78 of your farts on
You
Instagram?
Stupid. That's kind
He's
of
bringing me down into it.
I love it when someone comes in like a drunk uncle and just doesn't go with the rhyme at all. like a family affair where the uncle comes in and is like, is that Paul? What shitting in his pants, small guy?
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not his
Yeah,
name.
Uncle
Steve.
Greg. That's not it.
Yeah.
Then-
no, 78. That's not a lot.
78. Much like his flatulence, his follow count exploded. The cause, his videos had been compiled and published on social media accounts for the popular men's interest site Barstool Sports.
Oh yeah.
Don't gender assign Barstool Sports. You don't know who loves
Yeah,
it.
might be women listening to that.
To the nearest 1,000, I'm going to ask you guys, how many followers do you think he has right now? I will tell you, I mentioned numbers earlier, but those are early dates.
That story blew up.
Yeah,
that story
blew
blew up.
How many people do you think in Dumb People Town, a.k.a. this world,
Yes.
have said, I want to, on
Follow
the reg,
that. I need
on
to
the
follow
reg,
that.
We're talking
I want to
just
get
Instagram, yeah.
fart
By the way,
videos. Yes.
Matt, he's probably can sell out the Tempe Improv. This guy. You understand what I'm
could.
saying?
He could.
Like, we're struggling
Oh,
to get
yeah.
tickets with an hour of stand-up,
Of course.
and, like, this guy's
Many
selling it.
hours of stand-up.
That's been going on since the dawn of YouTube followers.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's like a double
something-
bill of him and Chewbacca Mom, 3 nights, every
Right.
show sold out.
And Nene Leaks. All right,
Right.
go ahead.
Where do you want to go, first Tig or third?
I'll go Tig.
Okay, second spot for Bronger. Who wants to go first? Jason
I'll
or
go.
Rand?
He's got 85,000.
85,000 from
He's
Jason
got.
Sklar.
He's got.
Wait, no. You said
yeah,
Tig,
go ahead.
right?
Yeah, I did. I will. You know what? I had a number in my head, and I'm sticking. I'm gonna go 50,000.
50,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's got 300,000.
I mean, think about it. Even if
300,000 because
Any
this
of
is
you-
something that gets
if any
passed
of
And
you
it's
were
around.
right.
worldwide. I think I messed up by bidding the $1 on prices
Nah,
right
you
for this.
didn't.
well, we go close
In any language. Farts are understood in any language. I didn't know that
Who said
until I
that?
heard this
Until I
story.
heard
Yeah,
that article, yeah.
Doug learned us good on that
Yeah,
one.
he did. He taught us.
But the crazy thing is no matter what number of these is right, think of the amount of people that want to fart in their life.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, be who you want to be. I'm not trying to
Let it
change
rip.
anyone.
I
but
say let it rip.
This isn't something
My
I
kids,
want to
I'm like,
scroll
let it
through.
rip, you guys.
Let it
All
rip.
I
Your
love it
kids,
when my
let
kids,
it rip,
when my kids do it. I
Yes.
love it. I love it
just
so
who cares?
much.
It's like, just say excuse me. That's it. When they do it, though, I'm like, yes. Just say excuse me. I don't care.
Bingo.
He
You can be
currently
this guy.
has. Get your answers in now, Townie, because Paul Flart is sitting at the time of this recording 75,000 followers.
Nice. What'd you say, Jay?
80,000.
Yeah.
80,000. I was right.
Yep.
I knew it.
Flart
I
said,
knew it.
since his explosive rise in followers, the feedback on his DMs has grown even more personal. No shit. Quote, I've had people from Holland and Germany and the UK sending me DMs and saying this is the greatest thing ever. This brightens their day. Some people said their week has been so shitty, and then they find my videos and they start laughing and they're happy about it and it brings them joy, which to me is great. Use a period every once in a while, Doug.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I'm all about that. I couldn't ask for better stuff. You couldn't?
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for better stuff?
Better stuff.
Yeah,
you
from a
could
fart,
ask. Yes.
perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, this
This is about
Ready
the
for
gift that
this?
keeps on giving.
high fart.
This is what Doug said. I had a guy, this is a quote, I'm sure he was joking, but he said, quote, I stopped doing heroin for you.
No.
That is not true.
That is not. There is no way.
Farts getting people off heroin. I mean, that's some dumb
It's
people
the
town
methadone
lore.
of art.
The methadone of art.
It's just kind
Fart
of weak.
star.
I kind of now I want Doug to lean in and be like, I really feel like I'm the new Jesus. Like,
Yeah,
I wish
start a
I
religion.
wish he'd say something that insane.
Yes.
and just be like, I'm going all out because right now he's definitely signed with an agent
Yeah,
who
he's
is breaking
methane
his own
Jesus.
skull against the wall trying to monetize this.
Methane.
Because that's how.
methane Jesus.
You go to the Doug concert. Burp. All right,
Let's
we're
get
done.
into it.
We heard the fart.
No, I'm telling you, what if he develops? He should have a commune, like an ashram. I'm talking like wild country level, like
Well,
Raj Nishi,
tough
Where he
ditty.
baptizes them with his farts.
Fart Nishi. He just sits in that weird futuristic chair.
Yep.
Pulls in a Rolls Royce, sits in that weird futuristic chair, and then there's a echo, bedpan underneath,
And people are going
amplified
nuts.
out.
Oh, yeah.
People are just.
I mean,
going
the
nuts.
Rolls has a fart horn. Like everything. He gets out.
He's shaking his hands.
Yeah.
Mostly to clear the fumes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's waving it off.
Uh-huh.
He's waving it off.
Yeah.
And then he sits down and he goes nuts. And then all of them who are dressed in brown,
Yes.
because it's not orange, it's not red, they're dressed in brown. they all immediately, like after the fart, they immediately all start fighting and having sex with each other.
That would be incredible.
And farting.
Of
That's, see, I always look. I've never been involved in any kind of orgy scenes.
Right.
You know, you wouldn't think that to look at me.
No,
I'm
don't
a sort of
surprise
guy.
us, sure.
Totally. I get that a lot. But I always thought like a horrific fart would ruin everything.
Oh,
you know,
this
but
guy.
in this commune, it sets it off.
Yeah. That takes you ascend to another level.
Just going nuts,
Losing
screwing each other,
their
and
minds.
farting horribly.
Well, fame, of course, isn't free, and Flart has paid the price. When he arrived to work Thursday morning, he was asked to turn in his badge and uniform that have become iconic set pieces in his fart work.
Oh.
He streamed his firing live on Instagram.
That's cool.
The footage could be ripped straight from Office Space. His supervisor asks him to stop recording. He calmly declines. His supervisor points out that he violated the private security company's policy about using phones on the job. They got him there.
They got
Sure,
it.
they got you.
I got why they fired him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
They literally said to him, "You used your phone on the job, quote, an unusually high amount of times."
Yeah.
Right.
On top of that, he recorded himself while wearing the company uniform on a client's property. Flart denies nothing. He refused to sign the report detailing his behavior. Of
course
he did.
And says,
Good
quote,
for him.
"It's irrelevant at this point," and then just walks away. Flart ain't taking shit from nobody.
I mean,
he should
he
have
is-
taken the uniform out and walked out farting and naked and just say, "I am a god."
Yes. This is part
And
of
then
the
it's
religion.
the beginning of like
Yeah.
Rolling Stones "Start Me Up."
Yeah, that.
I
worry
fire me up.
Jay, we let you get there.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
where he wanted to go.
But I worry that he is going to be a one shit wonder. One shit
That's
pony.
great, too.
A one shit wonder.
I want him to like be walking out naked across the parking lot and fart me up starting, and he's farting like he's really pushing him out. His face is turning red, like
Yes.
just trying to.
It's propelling him forward.
You can somehow see his stomach muscles deep under the layers clenching, and he gets into his 92 Corolla,
Dodge fart.
and it won't start. And then he's just screaming, and he's naked in the car.
And it's not turning over.
God damn it! I'm still a god.
Flart is so calm because he's already thinking about the next steps of his viral career. Quote, this is from Doug. "My thought process is just run with this and see where it goes."
Yep.
He's already making Paul Flart merchandise.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
He
please.
said, quote, "We live in a society where this is a big popular thing right now, but next week, unless I'm doing more than keeping it going, it's going to be nothing. We're going to keep making content. We can do Paul Flart on vacation. You know."
Content is, by the way, a loose
very loose
explanation
Right.
of what he
It's
does.
looser than his last shit.
Yeah.
He says,
And
quote,
he's eating a lot of cantaloupe recently.
"We can do Paul Flart on vacation, throw in like a Hawaiian shirt and a hat of some sort and then just fart around Florida. We're just going to keep it going." I think it's already gone.
I think it's gone.
Who's
Looking at
we?
it, I don't
Who
know.
is we?
I don't know if he knows what he's in for.
Nope.
Because everyone who wants to be famous, they think it comes with money. It does not.
Right. Nope.
And there's something really sad about being incredibly famous and having
For
no
that,
money.
yeah.
Yes, and for that and. My worry is, I remember we always heard those stories about how Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone and Schwarzenegger, those action movies where this hero was, took a lot of guff but was always indestructible.
Sure.
People would come up to him in bars and be, "Hey, tough guy. Hey, Rocky. Hey, Rocky. Hey, Rocky, you want to fight, man?
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't shit."
Yep.
He's going to get people in bars, hey, big fucker. Like poking him. Come on, fart, man.
Fart, man.
Fart, bro.
Do
You
that
don't want
thing.
that,
Bro,
dude.
fart.
I'm not a
Fart.
monkey.
Please. I just want to eat a meal. Yeah.
I just want to eat a Golden Corral.
No, I'm
Leave
going to
me
let you
alone.
eat that meal, but you make sure that meal farts, dude. I'm waiting right
You better
here.
fart, man.
Yeah.
My kid's right there. You better fart for my goddamn kid.
Dude, you
No,
can't fart.
Can you fart without, please? but It's do it just for my brother. It's my-
Yeah.
it's
Or just
my
like,
brother.
"Hey, I'm a big fan." Farts on him.
Yeah.
And it's like farts on Doug and is like, "Ah,
It's for my brother.
can I open for you?"
That was my
There you
favorite.
go.
That was my favorite when one time we were at our friend's book signing and kind of at Book Soup in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Brad Meltzer, who's been on this show,
Best-selling author.
Best-selling author, walked down the street and Chuck Liddell pulled up. Was it Chuck Liddell?
I think so, yeah.
And then Chuck Liddell pulled
Yeah.
up. And he gets out and he's signing his book. And we're like, Chuck Liddell has a book? I just imagine people showing up and being like, come on, just break my neck. And then he's like, you put me in a headlock. Put your thumb in my throat and
Yeah.
push up here. And then as he's doing it, he's just like, it's for my brother.
Do it for my brother.
It's for my brother.
That's story one.
Wow.
Chuck
Down-
Liddell, the inspiration for Rocky. For those of you who don't,
Really?
I'm sure
Down-
every one of your listeners knows who that is.
Down in the books. All right, Matt
It's
Braunger.
literally story one is behind us.
It's
thankfully.
behind us, thankfully. The Fartist, as Brian Posehn's fantastic stand-up special, also on the show, did a great job. Matt Braunger is with us. We'll talk about his podcast a little more right after the break. This is Dumb People Town. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying connected and productive? And then there's your newest coworker, the cat. Well, your friends at Trello have been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's Collaborative Suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Trello keeps everyone organized and on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Teams of all shapes and sizes at companies like Google, Fender, Costco, and likely your favorite neighborhood coffee shop all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to DPT. We have Matt Braunger, who's a great follow. As we mentioned on Instagram and Twitter, you are at Matt Braunger.
I'm just at
Braunger.
Braunger. At
Matt
Braunger on Twitter and Instagram, and at Matt Braunger.
Braunger.
Correct.
And the new podcast is up. It is out there.
It's up and out. Yeah, we're rounding the 10th episode now. It's called Advice from a Dipshit with Matt Braunger. There's a phone number that people can call and leave a message. They don't have to talk to anyone. And then my podcast producer and partner Amanda basically goes through them and finds the best calls, and then we listen to like 3 or 4, and then it's it. It's half an hour long.
She culls through.
Yes.
She like goes and like thrift store shops through the phone calls.
Sometimes
and
it's
finds
a
the
lot
best.
better than it was, but like there were some people that would call in with like a lot of fake crap and or try to do a character. And you're just like, no, that's not what
I
it's
want
for.
real stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be serious advice.
And
but
you
like,
play the call on the air.
Yeah.
And then-
You listen to it as I listen to it.
Doesn't
I don't hear it before I record.
It doesn't have to be
That's great.
serious. It just needs to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Dan.
So if
Correct.
you're in this community and you want to participate in a hilarious and wonderful podcast, call
Listen
in.
to it and maybe then call in and be a part of it. I
Yeah.
just love that people are being. This to me feels like a great podcast that you could do live because
I did one when it was still in the embryonic stage at High Plains Festival last year, and it was and we're doing more. We're now booking stuff on the road and stuff. We'll probably do a couple in LA to just for shits and gigs. But we did one at High Plains in a bookstore, and it was amazing to watch the crowd's face as they listen to it, as I listen to it for the first time.
Yeah,
Listen to
so
the
much
call.
And then you're creating the comedy in the moment.
And
which
by the way,
is- I
also
love.
people can then come up to a microphone and give their
That's
things
the
in the
second half
moment,
of the show.
which is a
if
great
you want
idea.
to come up and be non-anonymous.
Well, what
and
we've noticed
do
is that when we do live Dumb People Towns, people will come
Good.
and bring
Share
their
a story.
stories, and they get to be Dan and read the story,
And
and
so
it's the
Dan
best.
gets to play
Yeah,
and
it's
riff
fun.
on it for the first time in the show. It's
nice
so
to be on
fun.
the other
That's
side of it.
awesome.
All right, well, I hope you do a bunch more of them. It's Advice from a Dipshit, and it's you get it here on the where do you get it? Where
Basically, it's on iTunes. It's on.
Nice.
We don't have
Like a home, but-
we're head. No, it's Amanda produces it. It's independent, but
Great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's
What's
out
the
there.
number?
It's 323-763-0228.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't
You
want
guys ready to
use it
do
one more
another
time.
story?
Let's do
Let's
another
do it.
story.
All right, here we go. Sent in by Chad Hunt at Chad_Wick Norris. Chad Wick Norris.
Okay.
But he said Chad. I don't know.
All right.
People throw me off, you townies. But thanks for sending this in.
Gee Louise.
Here we go. Floyd County, Kentucky.
I thought that was a person's name.
This is the. I'm
Old
saying.
Floyd County from Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah. Floyd County, Kentucky. And I'm about to read you the best Kentucky name. If you're going to say we're taking to Kentucky and then I give you this character,
Let's hear him.
Mason Tackett.
Yep.
Guy.
Mason Tackett.
Yeah.
Nason or Mason?
Mason.
Like a
Mason.
jar.
Yeah.
Like a
Mason
jar.
Tackett.
That
Yeah.
might be his middle name.
Wow, that's where you put all your moonshine in the Mason Tackett.
Mason Tackett's a great name.
That is a really good name. Yeah, that's a hell of a handle.
He's a carpenter. He's
Like if
a
you said-
whiskey maker.
If you introduce yourself as Mason Tackett in an improv scene, that's going to help dictate where the scene goes.
Oh, yeah,
just
right.
because of that name.
Yeah, and we're talking like the 1940s or even 30s, 20s. That's the best moonshine runner in all of the
Mason
100%.
Tackett.
all the hollers.
Right.
He unexpectedly had a gun pointed at him when he confronted an alleged burglar. That's your first deal. Don't just let it happen and call the cops.
You don't need to confront everyone.
He said, quote, must have been a bad batch around here because Floyd County has gone crazy here in
Bad
the
batch
last
of what?
4 days.
Moonshine?
Probably
People.
meth.
People.
Yeah.
Bad batch of meth. Bad batch of
people.
meth.
Okay.
Neighbors notified Mason Tackett that his cousin, Philip Matthew Higgins, was seen carrying items from his house. That's our
Mason's
burglar.
house.
Yes. So his neighbors are like,
Your
Macy,
cousin's over.
Macy, you better get down here.
Your cousin.
Your
That
cousin
is
is-
so specific that they know the items from. There's no way that's from anyone's house but Mason's.
Yeah, that's Mason's house.
He's the only one in the collection of
Your
that kind of
cousin is-
figurine.
His name is on everything.
Is your cousin supposed to be taking stuff out of your
He
house?
walking
out with a lot of Hummels.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys a picture of Mason Tackett, and he looks like a guy you're like, oh, I'll have a drink with this man. Ready? Just looks like a good time, fun dude.
Yeah, he does look
Like
fun.
if you told me he was a rabbi, I'd be like, "Yep." If you told me he
could
was
pass.
Amish, I would say
If
yes.
you told me that he was a limo driver for the limo company 7777777 in New York City, I'd be like, yes.
You know that Mason Tackett is a perfect spy.
He is
That's
a
what that
perfect
guy-
spy.
You could put him anywhere.
Yep.
if you told me he wrote the song, heard it in a love song, I'd be like, "Yep,
That's
Yep.
Dave Mason.
Can be wrong.
tack it."
Yeah. Or anything by Bubba Sparks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
By the way,
Versatile.
there's a line in that song, Heard in a Love Song. He's like, where he's talking about, he's like, I got to go tomorrow and I don't want you coming because I don't need a woman tagging along. He's basically like, he kind of pejoratively says to this person, like, I love you so much, but I can't have you here because I don't need some
don't need no
dumbass
dumbass woman
hanging along.
Yeah, well, on the one end, it's like, oh, you don't think you deserve love. On the other hand,
Like,
are
maybe
you-
treat people better.
I think maybe you're gay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like the Brandy, you're a fine girl. It's
Yeah.
like, she works in a gay bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Brandy, stop. They're all like, you'd make a great wife.
Is it Marshall Tucker?
But
The Marshall
my
Tucker
life, my
band.
love, and my lady is the
Is the
sea.
sea. You know, another round of mimosas.
Okay.
Is this
C-O-C-K.
bottomless
Huge-
mimosas?
Did I say
Brand-
the C? I meant semen.
Brandy,
Seaman. I see it in
Quote,
Seaman.
when I finally got down here to the house to look and see what happened, the door was standing wide open. Tackett pointed out. It looked like he was packing up for a yard sale.
No.
Okay, stop, Jay.
Is that a flute?
Yeah.
And I thought that was Purdy Little Love Song. It's Heard It.
Heard it in a love song.
Okay.
We're
You
changing
got a
lines
pretty
to
little
that.
mouth.
It looked like he was packing up for a yard sale. That's got to be when you come out and the person robbing you has blankets on the front lawn with things laid out. and
Yeah,
ready
to
with
pack
them
it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
thought you wanted help with your yard
Mason.
sale, Mason.
Is this your Vizio? I didn't know.
Maybe you guys could tell me what this means. He goes, so he comes out and he confronts his cousin, Philip Higgins.
Sure.
Where are you
Quote-
taking those things?
Hey, Phil.
Hey, Phil, what's going
Can't
on?
right now, Mason. Busy. Busy with what?
Busy
Is
with
that
what?
my radio flyer wagon
Is it yours? Is it not yours?
full of all my figurines?
I can't hear you. I'm right next to you.
I'm pretty sure those are my precious moments figurines you got there, Phil. I'm pretty sure you don't know what belongs to you, what doesn't. I'm just trying to help.
Those
Is that
are
my
my.
Civil War chess set handcrafted
Are those
in
my
fine pewter?
genital-less love is figurines where they hold hands?
What are you doing, my truck nuts?
Collection of truck.
My collection.
Several.
collection
He has a
of lug
different.
nuts.
He has a different set of truck nuts for every day of the week.
Right. He quote. This is what he says when he confronted his cousin. Quote. He was lying, throwing his hands. What does that mean?
Oh, all over the place.
Oh, like I don't.
Yeah, it's like a tell in poker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if
You start
someone.
flailing about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
The kind
monkey. Oh, that's like, are you stealing from? That's insane.
Well, yeah, Philip wasn't good at hiding his cry because he immediately started saying stuff like, quote, I didn't do it. And then Mason
I
says,
didn't say you did anything.
No one said you did anything.
No one asked if you did
Add
anything.
to the evidence.
Yeah.
hey, Phil, I didn't do it. I
No
didn't
one
do
said
nothing.
You know, I mean that song "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy that doesn't work in real life.
No,
No.
it does not, especially
No.
with that amount of evidence
No,
against
with a
you.
radio flyer wagon full
Right.
of figurines.
With our
He said,
president, I don't know.
he was flailing his hands out saying, I didn't do it. You know how rogues do?
Rogues.
Are we back to this, Jay?
Stop.
Jay wants to get to the lyrics
Jay
so
just
bad.
loves that flute solo.
He does.
He really does.
What is a rogue? You know how rogues do.
It's a
Jason Sklar.
It's a person. That's Jay.
rogue.
That's what a rogue does. Just keeps playing the damn.
You got it.
Sorry.
Yo, you mean a person who doesn't give a shit?
Yeah, basically like going rogue.
Don't
You're
know,
off the
it's-
reservation.
yeah,
You're off
yes.
the team.
I'm going
Yeah.
off the plan.
I thought he had a category for personality types based on X-Men characters.
Well, I mean, it's he is going classic literature using that term.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
true.
I mean?
Mason, dude.
He's quite the rogue.
I told you Mason looks
Tackett,
cool.
man. Tackett does look cool.
My cousin's what you call a miscreant.
He says,
"Wow,
Whoa,
that's
yeah,
a $5 word, Mason."
Hey, man, that's anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Tarianism.
Where are you going with that, Philip?
You know how rogues do? Blame it on everybody else.
Do I know how
Yep.
rogues do? That's
I
not
don't know.
really
That
what a
is
rogue.
how they do.
I
That
think
is
that's
not
how
how
they
they do. Rogues just go off.
The confrontation took
Script.
a dangerous turn once Tackett found items belonging to him. It's your house, Mason. They all belong to
Yes.
you.
Yeah,
that's.
That means for a second he tried to like give him the benefit of the doubt. I was
Why
like,
are
oh,
you
maybe
taking all your stuff out of my house?
Did he Columbo him? Did he turn around? All right, I'll take off. Hey, just one more thing, there, cousin man.
Let's ask you one more question.
One more.
I went around to the back of the house he was at and seen my stuff. And then I came back out, and he pulled a gun on me when I got back around the house, explained Tackett as he held up his hand like a gun. That's good, so that everybody following along knows exactly.
It's like a
I'm
gun
sorry,
that
I
you
didn't
shoot.
realize what
Yeah.
you had said until you made it.
When you said gun,
He's
I thought it
forgetting
was-
his improv training.
I
You
know.
never make the sign
Yeah,
of a
you
gun. You
hold it.
pretend to hold
Yeah,
it. Yes.
yeah.
Don't play the problem, play the solution.
Thank you.
He said, quote, I guess he thought I was upset with him. So, which means like he went
Well-
around to the back of the house, and Phil was like, I gotta up this ante when he comes back
And
out here.
it's kind of sad that that's the proliferation of guns in our country.
I
It's
know.
like, someone pulls a gun on you and your first thought is, I guess he thinks I'm upset with him.
yeah, I know, right?
Look, his right to point a gun at me is sovereign.
I
should
don't
think
wanna-
about what's wrong with me.
Yeah, I don't want to block that.
You
I mean, it
know,
is his
if he
God-given
chooses
right.
to shoot me, that's his God-given right.
What did I do wrong
What
to
did
deserve
I
that?
do? Yeah.
There's no I guess about this.
Right. Also, pull a gun on somebody while saying I didn't do nothing, that doesn't hold up.
Yeah, those
By the way,
now you're doing
that's
two
a
things.
real bad
You're
tell.
talking out of both sides of the
Yeah,
gun.
he's the worst. Philip's the worst
Philip
poker
should
player.
never play poker.
Ever.
A full house. I mean,
No, don't yell that.
no.
Yeah, that's too loud. No.
Items Hagen's allegedly, that's Phil, allegedly took are not normally the target of a would-be burglar. Quote, this is from Mason. It's the most random assortment of things. It looked like he was getting ready to go to a pallet sale. Now, we're not the third thing in this article that I do not know what that
What
is.
is a
But
pallet
I love that he's
sale?
It's
using
where
like
you put everything on a wooden pallet,
Pallet
like you
and
use a
sell it?
warehouse.
At
Is that a
Costco?
thing?
Is that
I
a
don't know.
Costco?
I think
There's
it's a
probably-
garage sale for people who don't have garages
I
because
bet
their
there's all
houses are
kinds
mobile
of
homes.
pallet activity. There's probably a pallet concert. There's probably people that are pallet stand-ups.
Yeah.
They only do stand-up on pallets.
On the pallet stand.
Yeah.
I'm
I've
in a
done that
pallet
fest-
band.
You done the pallet festival?
I just signed a 3-pallet deal.
Tackett says he cannot understand why Phil took some of the things that he did. I'm going to now play you a little video.
Oh, God.
boy.
All right, ready?
Normally the target of a would-be burglar.
Who steals a cheese grater? Come on. He's got the works, Lysol. He stole an empty bottle of spray.
What are you doing with an empty bottle in your
What got
house?
me the most was my soap.
What?
He stole my soap.
You stole my soap?
Who steals soap?
Philip Hagen.
Is he doing a character? He's doing a character.
He stole my soap.
That sounds.
Who
That
stole
sounds.
my soap?
I spent time in Kentucky. That's real.
That is organic.
That's real.
Yeah.
And I should
steals
say, for those of you listening, you might think he's holding up a pube-encrusted bar of soap. He is not.
No.
He
That
is
is
not.
a
Dove body wash.
A Dove body wash. A clean bottle of
Who
Dove
stole my
body
soap?
wash.
Who stole soap?
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
stole my soap?
Yep.
By the way, it's not that hard to like. Who steals soap? Someone who needs soap will steal soap.
Yeah.
By the way, we will post this video on the Facebook page
we will.
so you can see what this man looks like.
He's
And
kind of amazing.
This
Yes.
may be your video.
It does
too.
feel like Zach Galifianakis in a fat suit
For sure.
doing a character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who steals soap?
Tackett says he plans to file additional charges against Hagens. Philip Hagens is charged with receiving stolen property. He took it.
He's
And
receiving it.
being
From himself.
convicted of a felon with a firearm. His hearing is set for August 28th at 1:30 p.m. in the Floyd District Court if anybody wants to go.
Go on down.
If any of our fans go to this,
I will
lose my
stoked.
Please,
man.
somebody
Take photo.
Who steals soap? If you go to this trial, please stand up in the court and say, I steal soap, and then walk out of the courtroom.
I would actually
That's gonna
do
get
one
you
further, and so as to not risk getting arrested, just wear a T-shirt that says,
I steal soap. I steal soap. And take a picture of yourself in that courtroom.
If anybody knows Mason Tackett, we'd love to talk to him, see how he's doing.
Mason, give
Just
us a
a call.
check-in.
Right.
We'll get a new bottle of Lysol.
So he just walks around. His cousin just walks around with a gun,
Yeah.
I know.
and then it's just like, I'm going to steal some stuff
Yep.
from my relative.
I got to get it.
Yeah,
Where am I
rob a
going to
The
go?
relative catches him, and he's like,
Where else
pulls
am I
a gun
going to
and-
go? To get
And
where
then
am
he
I
got out of
going to
here.
get an empty
Yeah.
bottle of Lysol?
You know how you watch Batman Returns, with the Joker,
Yes.
Heath Ledger's amazing performance, and the whole time you watch
Dark
that movie,
Knight,
and you're like,
whatever, yeah.
Dark Knight, excuse me.
Dark Knight.
He's like, how Batman Returns was the one before that. He's like, how did the Batman, or did the Joker put all these things in line?
Yes.
His planning is insane.
Insane.
At one point there, and he makes all his own clothes.
Yeah.
I think Mason's cousin does the Joker one better because the planning is incredible.
Steal and he's like, by the way, he stole an empty bottle of Lysol so it wouldn't make sense. It's like the empty bottle of Lysol is the decoy for the other stuff. The soap is the decoy for the other. The Lysol is literally there to cover up the scent of the steal.
Some men just want to watch the world foam.
That's literally what I just
They want to watch the world foam. They don't care that they can't be bullied, they can't be bought. So
There you go, bro. That's a great way to go out on segment 2.
I think the T-shirt is now soap the world.
Soap the
there you
world.
go.
Soap the world. Soap Up the Night, which was your first comedy album, Soap Up the Night. All right, one more segment. Dan, what are we looking at? Give it a little tease for the last story.
It's horrific.
Okay. That's it. All we have to say is it's horrific. We got Matt Braunger here. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on Instagram, @Braunger. Go see him live. Where can they see your dates, Matt Braunger?
Just mattbraunger.com.
MattBraunger.com. Go see him live. He's got a special. It's going to be coming out in a little bit. Very excited about that. Can you mention?
It's called Finally Live in Portland is what
Great.
it's
Nice.
Finally live in Portland. I remember when we were promoting people to go out and see it.
Yes.
Went live. So
Thanks, buddy.
I'm sure it went well. We'll come back with a very horrific story on Dumb People Town. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Hey there, Adam Conover here. Humans Who Make Games is my podcast where I sit down with the people who created some of your favorite video games and have the kind of long-form personal conversation we so rarely get to hear. We talk about how they got into the industry, what their favorite games were growing up, and what it's like working in the trenches of this century's greatest new art form. This season, we've got a whole batch of new interviews for you. I talked to Kim Swift from Portal, Alex Preston from Hyperlight Drifter, Anna McGill from Control, and Alex Beecham from the game Outer Wilds. Whether you love video games or you just love learning more about other artists' creative process, I can guarantee you're going to love this podcast. So, you can get Season 2 of Humans Who Make Games wherever you get your podcasts. Take a listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. We want to remind people who listen to this show, we are signing up people to our drip. That's d.rip slash DPT. We have signed up at this point.
At this point, we're at 163.
That's great.
163 people that want to be a founding member of this town.
We need to get to 5,000. I'm just saying that.
Help Jan.
If we want to help Jan Flato, a portion of the money goes to that man. We want to remind you guys that this is your way to participate, get extra content, get swag, come see us, hang with us live at shows.
So
there are
many
all
great
kinds of
things.
different levels that you can contribute and be a part of. We're really excited about it. We've already gotten great feedback on the little things that we're doing. So we want you guys to be a part of it. And soon we're going to start to shout out everybody who has, at the level, who has donated, and we can shout your names out, and we're happy to do that, but we're going to sort of collect all that stuff and get going on that. We still a couple more weeks to be a founding member.
Yeah.
Please do it. Let's get to 5,000. We got the Facebook page up over 20,000. Let's get to 5,000 people.
25,000.
25? Yeah, we're coming up on 25,000. Let's do it. I know you guys can do it. All right, last story. Dan.
Ready?
Yep.
I'm going to read you the headline.
Yes.
UFC fighter Bryce Mitchell drilled his nuts apart.
Nope.
No.
Drilled them apart?
This was sent in by Joe Luttrell at The Gentleman Joe. Thank you, Joe.
This hurts to
I know.
hear it.
I'm going to...
My voice just went, I lost breath.
Right.
Yeah.
Quote from Bryce Mitchell. So I was going to train today, but I ripped my nutsack in half. Bear with me, people. That begins a Homeric Facebook post by UFC featherweight Bryce Mitchell. This is the "a screaming comes across the sky" of our time. Who's ever writing this?
What is this?
Really feels a lot of gravity for
it's poetic.
situation.
It's a poetic telling of a dumb story.
If someone started the thing, hey, UFC's more violent than it needs to be, or violence is pervasive.
Well, okay, now to clear the air, there's no drill involved here. Yeah,
No,
he
there
meant
is.
like,
there is.
oh god.
Yep, he drilled his nuts apart.
So how exactly did this
thought it said
how exactly
training. I'm
did
sorry.
Mitchell sashimi his pouch?
Jesus Christ.
Sashimi his pouch.
Man, come on.
Picture a volleyball getting stuck in the axle of a car. Picture an immersion blender inflicting itself upon 2 hard-boiled eggs.
Man.
Picture a circus clown ceaselessly twisting in the same balloon animal over and over.
I don't want to picture any of that.
Picture a cotton candy machine working in reverse.
Stop! Dan, are you
Picture-
adding things, or
Nope.
this is all part of the
He's
article?
He's
This is part of
improving
the
all of
article.
this.
Yeah, I am. I'm fucking good, dude.
Unbelievable.
Picture a plastic straw being twisted from both ends until a small burstable pocket of air forms in the middle. Mitchell is 10-0.
Picture a bright blue ball just spinning free.
Mitchell is 10-0 in his pro MMA career against humans, but he is 0-1 against
His nuts.
power tools.
Okay, fine.
Quote, so I was going to train today, but I ripped my nutsack in half.
Why?
Why did you do that?
I'm about to get stitched up.
Oh.
I was holding a bar over my head with a drill in my pants. I was sizing up the board, and the drill went off and tangled my nuts up in
The
it.
drill went off.
Come on.
I'm going to tell you right now,
A fight
if you
goes
haven't,
off.
if you're still listening at this point, it doesn't get better.
Okay, so can I say this? That when I was in...
You can say anything.
When I was in shop class in 7th grade. So now my
Shop
kids
class.
are in
This is when
7th
they used to
grade.
teach
They shop.
shiping.
Matt, are you okay?
I was in shop class.
I was in shop class in 7th grade.
I was
and
just having flashbacks.
I had a drill. I had a drill in my hand. They just let us have drills.
I had a drill.
And I was a Jewish 12-year-old kid.
Sure.
And had never had power tools in my hands ever up to that point.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was doing, but I pressed the drill was kind of like the bit was facing towards my stomach, and I pressed it just to see if it would start, and it grabbed my shirt.
No.
It was a yellow button down shirt, and it started twist it, a hole in it. Everyone came over. Like, I almost put that drill in my stomach.
Yep.
So, but it was me, and I was 12,
Yep.
and I was an idiot. This is a grown man
Right.
with a drill in his pocket. This is why you get a tool belt.
I got one drill in my pocket.
And the other one is making a
some-
peace sign.
Everyone's ripping my nutsack.
Okay, I was sizing up a board, and the drill went off and tangled my nuts up in it. First of all, I'm going to tell you, I'm reading. This is a post he made. Oh. He's too calm.
Yeah.
Okay?
Why are you posting?
I dropped the board.
Why are you posting between the incident and getting it stitched up? Like he said, I got to go get it stitched up.
I think
Like,
he's getting
I'm
ahead
about-
of it.
yeah.
I think there's so much attention on UFC fighters and stuff.
Right.
It's like, this story's getting out.
Or he's
it's
like-
so weird.
Or he's like, shit, I got to post today. I got to post. I have to get a post in. I don't have any follows.
When am I going to do it?
I dropped the board and reversed the drill and untangled my nutsack,
Good.
but they was ripped in half.
They was
I'm
ripped-
serious too, LOL. He is too cavalier about this.
Look, I can tell why this guy is 10-0. Okay, because this guy is like, LOL, you broke my arm.
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
choke you out with
with the shards of a broken
shards of a
arm.
broken. Yeah, this guy is he
I'm going to rip my own arm off and choke you out with
can
it.
stand a lot of pain.
You know, we cover a lot in Dumb People Town. If you take away one thing from this show, don't put a power drill in your pocket.
Never.
Yeah,
Ever.
no.
Don't even forget one's in your hand. Don't point it at your abdomen and
That
turn
was
it
for
out.
me.
What
That
was
was
that
for me.
song? It was in the soundtrack of the first Jackass movie. That was, if you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's truer words are never spoke.
That's it.
Yep.
Fact.
He dropped the board, reversed the drill, which released his scrotum,
Good.
but it was ripped in half. I'm serious too, LOL. I obviously can't post
It's not LOL.
I,
There's nothing laugh out loud funny about
I
what
doubt
you just
you're
said.
actually LOLing.
No.
You know what though? I remember guys that would get sports injuries and like, check out the bones. Look at this, man. Look,
It's sticking out.
Yeah, There are guys like
They're
that.
in shock, right?
They're pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
I could see him, like he tore his balls open,
LOL,
his sack open, LOL, and he was like, "Bro, come here, come in the garage.
Check it out,
his
bro."
buddy who's watching cartoons and eating cereal comes in, and he's like, "Check it up my nuts."
I know.
And his buddy vomits all over the ground.
LOL.
And he's like laughing, and he's like, "Oh, where's my phone? I gotta film this."
Oh,
I bet it was LOL for that guy.
he
I
said,
mean, if I'm the buddy and I come in and see it after I throw up, I just very calmly say, "These nuts."
quote, "But when my nuts are sealed back up, I'ma come train again."
By the way, my favorite go-go song.
I think
My nuts are sealed.
I think a high kick would re-rip them. Ha ha.
It's not funny.
That's not
funny about it.
Someone
funny.
has got to
Funny,
teach
man.
him comedy.
And if I hear any shitty puns about how this whole thing is nutty or screwed up, I ain't talked to you for about a month.
By the way, nutty or screwed up is funnier than
He-
anything that he had said.
Those are
He's gonna
closer
bring
to
this
LOLs.
up. He's gonna ruin so
Yes.
many people's experiences
And
at
dinners.
happy hours at Chili's.
Yep.
And dinners.
get me started.
And just hanging and like, oh, you think that's a story?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, the
I'm
sutures
sorry.
are bleeding a little, right here in my nuts.
That's not ketchup
I tore
in my
them in
lap.
half with a screw with a drill.
Drill
If you're
piece.
gonna drop a pun to make fun of me, at least put some thought into it. LOL.
God,
That's not funny.
no.
LOL. You are LOLing at the wrong moment.
This is
bro.
what the
Maybe it ripped through his sense of humor.
Yeah.
This is what the author of this article said. This is the perfect post. The horrifying play-by-play of the drill-driven nut unzipping is balanced with a certain vagary that enlivens the tale with a sense of morbid curiosity, which is to say, I'm amazed my man carved up his nuts like a Thanksgiving turkey. There you go. I have some questions about the logistics, though. Where exactly was the drill? In his pants? Yeah, it was in his pocket.
Yes, it was.
Was it hanging in a loop of sorts? No.
No, it was
right there to
sticking-
be jostled sackward? Yes. Was it stuck straight against the waistband? Was this person never
No.
used a drill?
Dummy.
It's in the pocket with the drill piece.
Now you're
pointing
dumber
towards him.
than the guy who
Look,
did
and
that.
if you're very relaxed, your sack hangs loose.
Yes.
And I think the drill just caught part of it. And
Probably
just,
wasn't wearing
Then he
underwear.
says, the author wants to know, how many revolutions did the drill make before the twisting was stopped?
45 and a half.
I would say enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
One is too many.
How did his dick just survive the carnage? Because a drill
It's
can't drill
above
what
it.
it doesn't touch.
Because your dick isn't in your balls.
Right. I reached out to Mitchell, and I'll update the post if he elaborates on what went wrong. When, again, he unfurled his own balls.
See, this is just
with a
like
haywire
someone
drill.
being like, I want specific. You have all the specifics
You have all the
need.
Tell you what happened.
I
You
agree.
have
I think
all
we
the
have
ones
more
you
than
need.
everything we need.
You know.
We're going to get out of here on this, and I apologize in advance for it. And if you go to the Facebook page,
You will see
I
the
love
nuts.
that you're there, but it's on you.
If you play audio, I'm walking out.
I will not.
Okay.
He then posted another message, that's Mitchell, with the words, "I'ma be out for a little bit," along with this image. And as I scroll to it and show you guys, it's not of his testicles,
I'm a B.
but it is evidence of the wound. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yep.
That's
a
his
bloody pair of
boxer
boxers.
briefs and like a hat and some other stuff. You could, it went
That's
in.
a lot of blood, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's probably what's the only thing in
And
your
I don't mean
sack
to be-
besides your balls and a couple veins.
I don't mean to be all midnight cowboy on this, but hat on the bed, that's bad luck. That's just bad luck.
He's got even worse luck
yeah,
coming.
you know, I mean, it's like, just,
But
why
I-
add
hat on the
insult
bed.
to-
I look at the blood on those boxers and I have one thought. LOL. That's all I can take. Matt Braunger, thanks for joining us.
Thank you,
on
guys.
Dumb
Oh,
People
and
Town.
I got the number.
All right, here's the number to call in and give a
If I said it
message.
wrong before, please edit it out. But it's 323-763-0228.
I think that's what you
Leave
said.
a message.
Call it.
I was around
Yeah.
there, but just to be safe.
228.
It's
228.
advice from a dipshit with Matt Bronger.
Check it out. You're going to love it. I think you'll love
If
it.
you love this show, it's just a little click over on your it's a little twist revolution over on the drill on your nuts.
A lot of times it's like the people you guys are talking about are calling in.
Right. And what do? I've just drilled my nuts.
Don't you want to hear that?
Oh, he called me right. LOL, man. You never guess what just happened.
Matt would be like, first start by stopping LOLing.
Yes, and
then we'll go from there.
We'll go from there. All right, we're going to do an episode of that show with you, which would be very
Yes,
fun. I would
yes,
love to do that.
The three of you need to come on as guests.
We'll
in a
bring in a
heartbeat.
Dumb People Town, a little Dumb People Town wisdom flavor to it.
absolutely. It'll be a Marvel crossover.
I love it.
Fantastic.
Nice.
And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 ground. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
It's a good show.